From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, July 30th.
Temp check. What kind of summer are we having this year? A family road trip summer? A beach bum summer? Or a wake me up when the sun sets summer? With Instacart, choose your own adventure and skip the shopping side quests. Where available, you can get ice cream delivered to your hotel, sunscreen to the pool, or cold brew to your bed. Well, door, in as fast as 30 minutes. Wherever you find yourself this summer, you can get the goods. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
Okay, it's time to commit. 2024 is the year for prioritizing yourself. Begin your new smile journey with Byte, and you could start seeing results in just 2 to 3 weeks. Just order your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95 at Byte.com. Byte clear aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces. Plus, they offer financing options, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
We begin with a major update in the Delphi murders case. In just a few hours, the first of 3 hearings will be taking place, and each of them could change the outcome of the case. News 8's Brittany Noble explains.
The hearings are crucial because they'll decide what evidence the jury will be able to hear during trial. Right now, the prosecution is working to limit the defense's ability to introduce specific topics. For example, the defense contends that the crime was a ritualistic killing carried out by Odinists who follow an ancient Nordic religion. Additionally, the defense must provide sufficient evidence to persuade Judge Gull that they should present information about other potential suspects to the jury. Court filings list numerous confessions that Richard Allen has made while in jail.
One of the fundamental problems that Allen is facing as we go towards trial is the fact that he has allegedly made incriminating statements or confessions to, I think, upwards of 30 people. We're going to have to see if the defense actually rises to the level of evidentiary value that the judge says, okay, this can be allowed in versus this is a distraction.
News 8 will bring you the latest updates from Delphi today. Stick with News 8 both on air and online at wishtv.com. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV, wishtv.com. Follow us on Facebook for updates.
Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for a man accused of killing 2 people in Plainfield. The Hendricks County Prosecutor's Office says Delani Rogers got into an argument with his girlfriend outside a hotel that happened in September of 2022. Prosecutors say when his girlfriend drove away, Rogers pulled out a gun and shot at a group of men near a shed, killing Jose Varela and Alfredo Garcia while injuring 2 others. Rogers was arrested in Massachusetts in December of 2023. Online court records show he is scheduled to go on trial in December. A former volunteer wrestling coach in Greenwood has been formally charged with sending nude photos to a 14-year-old student more than 6 months after he was first arrested. Elijah Ross is 22 years old. He was a volunteer wrestling coach at Greenwood Middle School, and he told police he also helped with a girls' wrestling club at Greenwood Community High School. Police say last December he sent nude photos of himself and asked to meet up with the 14-year-old student on Snapchat. News 8 previously reported that Ross was arrested in January and fired from his position the same day. On to Your Vote 2024. Another presidential candidate will appear on the ballot here in Indiana. The Secretary of State's office says independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has qualified to be on the November ballot. His campaign says he's now on the ballot in 13 states, and they claim to have enough petition signatures to get on 21 other state ballots. Kennedy's campaign struggled to gain traction initially, as most polls show him in single digits against Republican Donald Trump and the presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. President Joe Biden is calling for reforms for the U.S. Supreme Court. They include 18-year term limits and a binding and enforceable code of conduct for the justices. Biden is also pushing for a constitutional amendment That would undo the Supreme Court's recent ruling on presidential immunity, which gives presidents immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts they take as president.
My fellow Americans, based on all my experience, I'm certain we need these reforms. We need these reforms to restore trust in the courts, preserve the system of checks and balances that are vital to our democracy.
Legal experts say the reforms are not likely to pass this year due to a divided Congress. Happening today, the grand opening of the International District Community Center. The space is part of the redevelopment near the old Lafayette Square Mall. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports.
Well, they're hoping to use the space to hold some resources like financial literacy, some career development, all kinds of things to improve the neighborhood. They're holding a ribbon cutting today to celebrate that grand opening. Here to tell us a little bit more about what's going on is Abby. She's the executive director of the International District Community Center. Good morning. Thanks for being on. Last hour, we ended with wallpaper. This hour, we're going to start with wallpaper. A lot of different phrases in different languages. Tell us a little bit about why this is here in kind of this big conference space that you guys have, and tell us what it tells the community about this space as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you know, language and words are very powerful, and we want this space to be safe and accessible, but also inspiring. So we thought, what better way than to put some inspirational quotes along the wall here. They are written in Spanish, Haitian Creole, and English. There are some great ones. We were just talking about the literal translation, so it's kind of fun to see if you can pick out all three, the Haitian Creole, the Spanish, and the English, and compare the way they're written. But yeah, this is a great wall to kind of inspire you. And certainly, I'm lucky enough I get to walk into it every morning now.
And it kind of says, having the three languages, it kind of says something about the communities you guys are looking to serve. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're obviously in the International District. This community is full of people that speak, over 80 languages and hundreds of ethnicities. So the largest parts of the community are Haitian Creole speaking, Spanish speaking, and then of course English speaking. So we wanted to certainly reflect the communities that are a large part of this neighborhood, but we certainly don't stop there.
All right, Abby, thanks for being here this morning. We really appreciate it. That ribbon cutting is today at 10. Afterwards, the community center will be open from Monday to Saturday. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says we can expect patchy areas of fog this morning and some scattered storms later tonight. Meteorologist Marcus Bailey has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
It is just going to be a very soupy morning and a very steamy afternoon. That's what you have to prepare for. Let's get you started here this morning. Some views around the metro. Actually not that bad. Now, Tara has some views up north, northwest specifically, where we've got some pretty thick fog. But you can see Greenfield's okay at 71, Fisher 71, Plainfield okay 73. So the visibility in those spots are running okay here for this morning. Fog tracker showing some hot spots now. No surprise, east central Indiana has some pretty thick fog. You had some real heavy rain. There are some areas that picked up over 2 inches of rainfall last night. And that's why there's some flood advisories and flood warnings, for that matter, still out for Wayne County, Fayette County, Franklin County as well. Then that stretches into the northern metro of Cincinnati for that heavy rain last night. But radar is quiet locally for us. Watching a complex right now, getting ready to approach the Mississippi River, and then more in southeastern South Dakota. You're going to continue to see these storms developing along this line, and likely will take aim on central Indiana later tonight. Now, I think the daytime hour, fine. This is today at noon, plenty of sunshine, and that's going to heat things up in a hurry by around lunchtime today. I think Storm Track 8 Futurecast will keep us quiet even through the late afternoon hours. Dinner time, I think, is okay, but you did see this line starting to slide down to the south and east. And that's going to impact southwestern portions of our state by late tonight and potentially into the overnight hours as well with some strong storms. Now, metro area may miss out on that a little bit here, but we're going to throw the chances in for maybe a few clusters of thunderstorms as we go throughout the day tonight. All right, numbers as we roll along for your Tuesday. 80 degrees at 11 o'clock. I'm going to go with a high of 88 degrees later on this afternoon. Feels like temperatures are likely going to be closer to 100 degrees for the day today. There is the potential for severe weather also southwest of Indianapolis. Later on tonight, all modes of severe weather in play. We have more storm chances on the way through the middle of the week. We'll time it out in my Storm Track 8 forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, July 30th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.